So anyways, for my YouTube pals out there, when I go and I eventually upload this in highlights, hello and welcome to another video. Now, with the recent release of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I'm going to go and I'm going to completely the popularity by playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Key the original one and not the other games, because Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is ridiculously hard past night 5. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is pretty alright story-wise. I like the replayability. FNAF 4 has scarred me. I hate the idea of like it of listening only. I dead ass, depending on what door I'm going up to, I'll sit there and I'll go. And then in the later nights, like once Fredbear is introduced, like it's over. But you have to have your game so loud in order to hear. And God forbid there's any ambiance, like the alarm clock, cars driving by, crickets, your mom in the sandwich making that beautiful, delicious sandwich. That impedes your ability to go to the door and function. Sister Location is pretty alright, but I have not been able to beat that night for Springlock Night. And the problem is that after a while, that game doesn't get scary anymore. It's kind of like UCN in that it doesn't get scary, it just gets incredibly agitating. FNAF 6, I haven't played like a lick of FNAF 6. I know that there's like the perfect ending that you can get where you go through and you get all the little mini games, you go through and you get the ending where he's like, connection terminated, and then there's like that whole, you know, speech, but like, I have gotten that far. As for Security Breach and the other one, Help Wanted. I think Help Wanted was the first one and then Security Breach was the other one. I have not played either of those. I don't intend to. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go for a new game. Help Wanted, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Family pizzeria looking for security guard to work the night shift, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Not responsible for injury or dismemberment, and it's $120. Dog, I get like $120 a day, much less $120 a week. Jesus. Oh, your power level starts at... Oh, you dick. So SML actually recently made a very funny spoof of... Answer the fucking phone!
Hello?
It just feels different.
I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in.
It feels different. That cupcake, by the way, in the movie, man, was a menace.
I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming.
It's probably just the same code, just ported over for Xbox.
You'll be fine.
Number 4, so don't poop on the floor.
Focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's
but I like in the SML, Brooklyn guy goes, oh no, he's playing the You're Fucked music. Oh yeah, and I'll be cursing in this
kind of a legal thing,
hey.
You know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life.
Unnerving. All the
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage.
Wearing stereo headphones does not make this better, by the way.
Discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days.
Oh, and when I was on stream last night, we actually saw these right here, these posters change
blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know.
Yeah,
but
it might
there's really
sound bad.
nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? Those same stupid songs for 20 years. I never got a bath. I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and we need to show them a little
speaking
respect,
of hearts
right?
of children,
Okay.
that cupcake was a problem.
Tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah.
It's not the bite of 87.
It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe.
It can't. That's why the kid fucking died.
Concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any,
you really only have to check Cam 1C. Other than that, like 1A and 1C, especially in the later nights, because if you look at Freddy, then he won't move.
They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit.
Well, I don't give consent.
Now, that would be so if the suits themselves weren't filled with crossbeam, wired, and animatronic devices.
You know what the suits were filled with? That jigsaw shit. What was with that mask?
Pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort.
If that's really what's inside of those, then Jesus.
The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyebrows pop out the front. Sign up. But hey,
Don't tell you these things when you sign up.
I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check the cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Bro, when I was doing this last night, I was sitting there and I was like, damn, Bonnie's fat ass is already on the move. I flipped up the camera and he was staring right at me. Oh god. But yeah, he had his face all up in the camera when I called him a fat. But yeah, I know that sometimes if you flip towards this cam, there's like a chance that you can get the message where it's like, where you get all the missing posters. It be 2 in the morning, laddies. Multiple different Freddy heads. But it's obvious there's multiple different heads, so how did they not notice that there was... How did they not notice that there was... What is that? How did they not notice that, like when they were doing maintenance, how did they not go, oh fuck, there's a child in this one. There's a child in this one. There's a child in all of these. Fun fact, inside of Carl's mouth, Jesus fucking Christ. Inside of Carl's mouth is a bear trap. Y'all let this motherfucker wander too much. The first night is pretty easy, you know, the first night's never usually that bad in any of the games, but... Uh-oh! Oh! How do you die on night 1?! But yeah, that cupcake was a problem. And there is, on Scott Cawthon's website, there's actually a game that was, like, slated to be made after the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And I thought, like, oh, it's gonna be like this, like, you know, kind of beta walkthrough where, like, you go through the movie pizzeria with the movie, you know, style animatronics. And you survive that way. Or like, they updated on Roblox, they updated, what was it, like, Forgotten Memories or whatever? That game is nightmare fuel. Where? Whoa, whoa. Wait, no, you're normal. I thought that wasn't normal. Oh, okay! Was it like a dude named Garrett who made those videos? Yeah, 6 a.m. Don't ask how I died on night fucking 1! Oh my god, yeah, just don't ask about that. Just, you know, just don't worry about it. It'll be fine. The movie, overall, the critics absolutely shat on it. I loved it. I loved the movie. It was... To me, it was incredible. In the sense that they took, as Chris puts it, they took a cobbled-together story over what are we at, like 7, 8 games now? Something like that? And they took a cobbled-together story from a ton of different lore points, and they put it together. See, again with this!
Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so, hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power,
Freddy
right?
hides, but he moves when unseen.
I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. I tried using it, and he wasn't letting me.
And those blind spots happen to be right
Foxy was a
outside
menace,
the
too.
door.
Bro was like
So
Usain Bolt.
If you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. you might only have a few seconds to react.
There's intentionally blind spots.
Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that.
What kind of shitty generator does this building run
Check
on?
on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there
From time to time, you gotta check that shit like every 5 minutes. 5 quadrillaseconds.
I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Power at 83%. I really gotta conserve. Okay, but like I said, the movie, among critics, was horribly received. But among the fans, that's what counts. Now, as for my personal opinion, without accounting for anyone else, I loved it. They took... The lore is incredibly confusing, okay? Because, especially in the movie, it follows the books more than anything. What is that? There is a slamming noise. I hear like a... Like what? Okay, so you moving, you grooving. But, so you really only have to listen for the footsteps. There's no reason to be stressing this much early on. But yeah, not accounting for anyone else, my opinion of the movie is that I loved it. It was... like a cobbled together story, just a bunch of random lore points. William Afton, the way I see it, canonically he only has 2 kids. Let's say, actually no, 3 kids. The older brother, who is Michael. You have the younger brother, who, hell, I don't even remember what his name was. And then you have his daughter, Elizabeth. That's it. 3 kids. I don't know about no damn Vanessa. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what we've been shown. In the games, I'm sticking more closely to the games. I don't know about the books. I've never read the books, but all we know is his daughter Elizabeth became baby. His daughter, the little boy, he died and probably went on to possess like Fredbear or something. And then, if we kind of start veering more towards the books as for why he killed the other kids, it was Jesus fucking Christ confirmed that he wanted to try and use them for an experiment involving Remnant. Remnant basically using their little child soul energy to try and power the robots and keep them alive through some weird pseudo-animatronic stasis. Basically using their souls, fusing them with the machine, and trying to bring them back to life. It wasn't out of malice, it's because he lost his daughter and he was trying to bring her back. Even with the dog. The daughter lost the dog during that one arcade game. And that's what give life, is because the first experiment was the girl Charlotte. So before any of the 5 kids, there was one girl named Charlotte. I shouldn't have done that because if Chica was there, I would have died. But the first experiment was Charlotte. Charlotte became the puppet, but Baby was technically the first one, whether he realized it or not, to have accidentally worked. So you have Baby, he lost 1 kid. Then there was the bite of 83, so then he lost a 2nd kid. And then his 3rd kid ended up getting scooped by Ennard in the true ending of Sister Location. Like, that is the true ending. You die. You get scooped. Game over. Game, set, match. You are done. And that is the true ending. The fact of the matter is that when it comes to the movie, it seems more so that his first experiment was, and I'm going to spoil it a little bit here, was Garrett. Garrett was probably put into the puppet, assuming that was his first. So instead of abducting a little kid outside of Fredbear's Family Diner, he went up to some random campsite, abducted a little kid from, you know, Mike Schmidt's brother, and that little kid, Garrett, probably ended up becoming the puppet. I'm screwed. So, with all those facts into consideration, Garrett, considering the puppet is actually... He's actually in a scene where, after Mike goes and he cleans the building... After Mike goes and cleans the building, and you look, it's like way in the back, it's shown that the puppet is actually there. So it's not just the eyes above Chica's left shoulder. The puppet is there. So if give gifts, give life is still implied, that means that the puppet is Garrett. Garrett gave life to the other animatronics, who then turned around on William Afton and they said, no, listen, let's get negative, we're gonna shut this shit down. Scratch that. Someone who was perfect, no more, no less. The animatronics were, their movements were believable, they were just the right amount of kind of cute, like, oh, there's little kids in them. And then you have Freddy's chomp of 23, so it's just enough to account for the creepiness and all the places it accounts. And critics, the reason why they hate it is because they're like, well, it wasn't scary enough. Because the fact of the matter is Five Nights at Freddy's games, like, yeah, this is scary, but more scary to the point of it being unnerving, like, alright, I know she's right in that corner. And especially picking up the little, details, like, for example, the children's faces, you know, all the crying tears on the wall. There's... Foxy's about to run out. But, like, it's a bunch of, like, smaller things that culminate. The fact that you can't move. You are stressing because for as much as you want to activate your flight or fight response, you want to run away, there is nothing that you can do. Once they get in, you're fucked. There's nothing that you can do. Like, yeah, sure, in Five Nights 2, you get the flashlight, you get the doors and all that, but you get nothing. You have nothing in this. You get a shitty little generator, and you get some doors. That is it, and that's what I love about this, is it is the perfect balance. Or even the joy of creation. The story mode, similar. Like, the living room is probably... I'd say the living room and the basement, I think, are the only ones you can move around in. The office, yeah, you can kind of move around a little bit, but, like, you're still relegated to just that one room.
Great. Most people don't last this long.
Said my ex-girlfriend.
I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not...
This is where you gotta start getting serious, though.
That's not what I meant. Anyway, I better not take up too much of your time. Things start getting real tonight.
Things start getting
hey,
real.
listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught
fuck, Chica's
and
gone.
want to avoid getting stuffed into a Freddy suit, try playing dead. You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a mental skeleton into you. I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
So like you said, this is where shit starts getting real. This is where you really gotta start conserving your power, because right now it's 12 a.m. and I'm already on 86%. So you click once, click twice, alright, you're good. Left, right, and since Bonnie's quicker, left again. Chica's the only one that's out right now, but I honestly have no idea where she is. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna kind of stick to that. Accounting for all this objectively random stuff that doesn't make any sense. And then you start to factor in the fact that in Five Nights at Freddy's 6, it's confirmed that there's a time-traveling ball pit. It was either that or it was Hope Wanted Security Breach. It was one of the newer ones, but it's still to the point of absurdity. And at that point, that's when you're going to have your audience start complaining, because then it's going to be like, well, we got Five Nights at Freddy's, 5 nights in the multiverse type shit. Like, that's when it just really starts to become a problem. But the fact of the matter is that the movie itself was great. Josh Hutcherson, great actor. I think he was in the Hunger Games. I think he was PETA, I want to say. I swear to God, though, the girl that plays Vanessa, Elizabeth Lale, she has died horrifically in every single show or movie I've seen her in. Countdown, she died. She died. 5 Nights at Freddy's, she died. Noticing a fucking pattern here, and it's usually because she fell for some guy who gets her in some wacky, sticky, lackadaisical situation that she then has to cartoonishly dig herself out of. I refuse to watch Countdown again because that was an objectively terrible movie. As for you, that show and her acting in that show was pretty damn unfucked pretty great. I keep seeing on TikTok, though, naturally flexing that they don't get any women, But they keep posting about how she has a gat. And I'll admit, she's attractive. Like, face-wise, beautiful face. Dumb as a doornail character in pretty much every project or film that she's in, but she has a really pretty face. It's just that they keep killing her fucking character. Yeah, face, beautiful, but other than, wait a minute. This notion. Usually about 3 sets of footsteps. Okay, he's about the next set of footsteps, I know he's gonna be here. See? Next set. Whoa. He will kill you. He probably already has. I don't know if he's in the kitchen. I haven't heard his music. I think I just heard him laugh off in the distance. But yeah, Jim Henson's, I think it's Jim Henson's Creature Shop or something like that. Easily the best choice for the movie. They did a fantastic job with the animatronics, make them feel believable. So he's in the kitchen. He's already getting the You're Fucked music ready. Listen to this. Like, are you serious? You're already getting the track warmed up? Motherfucker is running a demo in my kitchen! Whoa, 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 what the fuck? You fat ass, what's in there? Asshole. Grade. You're either really cool or you're really fucking lame. Like, just get to 6th grade already. But anyway, so this kid Ben was going and he was on his iPod Touch and he was showing people that he had 5 Nights at Freddy's on his phone. Now, I don't think anyone there at the time, I don't remember anyone mentioning anything about like, oh, this again the Markiplier played, oh, this again the Jacksepticeye, but I'm pretty sure they, you know, like, that either came a little bit before or a little bit after. The game was like barely fresh. Anyways, so we were sitting there watching this kid and he was like, you just have to wait for the scary part. It's kind of like that movie of the car driving down, or not the movie, it's kind of like the video of the car driving down the road and it's like the big green grassy hill and then next thing you know there's the woman who pops up on the screen and she starts screaming. That's kind of like what it was. And all of us had seen that video at that point, so we were just sitting there, just all crowded around him in the back of this bus and we were like waiting for what was going to happen. So eventually he goes and I think he sat on the camera for too long or something. He goes and he flips it down and I remember specifically he got jump scared by Chica. And all of us in the back were so taken aback by how loud it was, how like scared we were. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning and none of us were awake and we just saw like this kid, you know, we were like, why aren't you moving anywhere? Why can't you move? And he's like, that's part of it. He's like, you can't move. And so this was extremely cool to us because he was telling us about like how it was similar to Chuck E. Cheese and how it was this big scary thing and how the most important part was that you couldn't move but you also had to make sure that the animatronics didn't get in your office. Pretty simple premise and for some reason blew our fucking minds. And then next thing you know, I went home, I think it was like later that day or the next day, and it was like $2.99 on the App Store, and I went to my mom, and I had like a little first-gen iPad that she gave me, and I was like about like 9-10 years old, but I told her, I was like, I want to try this game, because it's supposed to be like really scary. And my mom kind of looked at it for a little bit, and she was like, is this something that you want? Yeah. She even asked me, she goes, are you gonna get nightmares from this? No. And so she's like, all right, here you go. So she bought me that one, and so I started playing it. Now I died again and again and again and again. And that led to my discovery of Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, all the greats. No, I fucking knew. I put the camera up. I knew he was gonna fucking show up. Foxy, get your ass out of here. Nah, I'm probably good. I'm good. Fuck it. I'm sitting here. Nobody can reach me now. Nobody can reach me. Nope. No. Nobody can touch me. I'm untouchable. I'm unfondleable. These balls are not to be tickled in the slightest. I'll make it. I'll be fine. Guarantee my check. Gone. Gone. Watch Foxy came down. Watch somebody kill me. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I'm very much not good. Oh, fuck, you started quick! How much of the song are you gonna play? Give us a standing ovation, come on! Yeah, that's right! Suck my fucking dick! Yep, he's in the room. He's in the room. How do you keep him out?